A pleasant good evening to each and everyone in Georgetown, Guyana, the diaspora and elsewhere. Friends, I would like you to subscribe to my channel so you will get the next updated video and maybe press the bell. Today is Sunday. Today I had the opportunity early this morning, while many of you are sleeping, to look at the foreign news and speak to friends in foreign countries. And yes, as a human, regardless of our culture, our religion, or our nationality, or what you want to say race, is up to you. We are all human. We all feel pain. And when we see wrong things, we have a right to voice our opinion, especially when it will end up causing us to suffer because we shut our mouth. Injustice been happening all over the world for as far as we can recall and what we read in the biblical time. I asked many questions, but there is no one to answer. Where is God and who is God? Where is Allah? Where is He and who is He? Where's Bhagwan? But yet, we, the people in the middle, between two superpowers, God Almighty or Allah or Bhagwan, and Lucifer, Satan or the devil as we may call him. From the time we were born, we were on tested ground. We were slaves. From the time we were born, we were slaves. We were told that the great Almighty God, Allah, Bhagwan, or whoever, stated in the good books, from our sweat we shall live. But He provides for the birds in the air and the fishes in the sea. Which tell me, if you mind a dog, you can eat it or kill it. Or your sheep, your goat, your donkey, or your cow, or whatever. Because we feel we have the right over these animals, these birds and things, but it's alive. But we grew up in the culture of eating food, meat, chicken, fishes, and other things. Maybe some way we lose it. Could it be all those animals in meat that we are eating and fishes and birds we are eating, they were crying for justice? So the whole world, for humanity, we have to suffer because we ourselves eating things that have life, such as those birds, such as the animals, from the cows to the goat to the sheep, from the rabbit to the pigeons, and the fish. But we pay no mind to it. But when we as a human get hurt physically and other way, we feel it. And especially if it is close to our home, our family, and maybe our friends. But many of us say, we are sorry. That's lip service. We have seen so many wars, and today, under this 21st century, one of the greatest technologies happens to be your TV, your telephone, and the cell phone, by the way, because politicians, the architect of corruption and injustice is politicians, preachers who do not live up to the law or the good books. If there is an imam who believes in a teaching of Allah or Muhammad, then all Muslims, if they are at this time, should stand together to defend what is right against what is wrong. But you cannot harbor killer and say you're right when you are wrong. I am just giving you a little rundown here. If it is true what Hamas done, then The Prime Minister Netanyahu should have used diplomacy, work with the Palestinian people, and be diplomatic to hand them over. The people that blow up the World Trade Center, blow the Pentagon, we did not declare war on Saudi Arabia. According to information, it's alleged they are all Saudi citizens. Did we? President Joe Biden? No, we did not. What was the reason? But we deal with it in a different way. We try to get the heads of the leadership. But you cannot want to invade a man's privacy, his house, his land, and want to drive him off of it and don't expect rebellious people. Especially when you're bulldozing their property, drive them off of the land. I was made to understand from Christians that this is what the Lord had wanted, because that land's supposed to be the Jews' land. Well, who are the Jews, ladies and gentlemen? So many thousands years have passed. Who are the Jews? Sometimes I ask. And then who are the Muslims? One, and I repeat, one says salam, the other says shalom. And the whole wide world is in alarm. I had the opportunities going through the Suez Canal, the Panama Canal. It's a magnificent thing for the Panama Canal, because a lot of people die while making the Panama Canal with the French. Plenty Jamaicans, plenty Caribbean people, and plenty Panamanians, until America take it over and they complete the mission. So you could go from one side of the Atlantic to the other side of the Pacific. Friends, I also went through the Suez. It's a marvelous thing to see. But there is a question I'm going to ask. Where the Palestinians living to the border of Egypt, which bordering to the Suez Canal a couple miles away, anything is possible. Could it be someone wanted to dig another canal in the area of the Palestinian country? But if they do that, the royalty will belong to the Palestinian people. And then they will shortchange the neighboring brothers and sisters who are Muslim like themselves, the Egyptians. According to information, the Suez Canal makes billions of dollars per year. And all the money goes to Egypt. I'm asking a question here. Could it be that is the reason? We are driving the Palestinians from the south to the north and we are killing them out, women, children, and others, while the great America, who speak of human rights, bring your poor and whatever here with the Liberty Statue at Ellis Island, we support such a thing in the 24th century. That is why I think the Jehovah's Witnesses have a message. They don't vote for governor. They don't vote for nobody. I have seen a miracle. But no, Jesus wasn't there, so it was not a miracle. A building in the Bronx for Thanksgiving was sharing turkeys. In the building alone is a lot of tenants, but it was broadcasted on Instagram and others. There were more outsiders arrived to collect the turkey when I was made to understand was only 300. Then, ladies and gentlemen, I was looking for a miracle that Jesus would have been there to bless the 300 turkeys that could have given everybody who take taxi, cab to arrive to receive a turkey was disappointed. It was a shame and an embarrassment, which means politicians again. They make a big alarm and cause people to waste their money on cab and taxi to arrive at the scene for turkeys, but they didn't even get the feather. But I understand. It's an embarrassing episode when we, the human who vote for our politicians, lie to us in many areas. Today, I urge all of you in the name of Allah, God, or bad one. There's good politicians. There are people with integrity, humble, would like to do good for their country and for humanity. But out of every 100, 90 or 88 are the devil's hand. Friends, I call on the United Nations, the United States, and all countries to stand up with one voice to stop this war of Israel killing innocent children, women, and men. I looked and see on the video today on the news, the military are beating and kicking people, walking peacefully, grabbing them and slapping them. It brings me back into Guyana under the late Fast Burnham, when the blacks were ruling Guyana. What you, the blacks in the police and other departments, have done to Indian and other race. Y'all are lucky it wasn't the Jews. Learn from that. Y'all are lucky it was not Israel. They would have wiped y'all off the earth. Friends, in Guyana today, a lot of things are happening. Politicians, two-party system. You either vote for the PNC or you vote for PPP. And if you refuse, you got a lot of problems coming against you. Harassment, beating up. We see in Guyana, justice does not have meaning. If you talk to the right minister and support the right candidate, you can kill Jesus again and you will get out. Only a couple of weeks ago, a young woman was released from prison in Guyana. It's alleged she killed her 16-year daughter and put her in a suitcase to rot. Do anyone have known when a mother gives birth to a child after fetching her 9 months, growing her up to meet that age? What went into that woman's mind that triggered her to kill her own beloved daughter? The news said because the father died and leave a property for her. So the mother was jealous and killed the child. I don't buy that. Because if that is her only daughter, she know better to be nice with the daughter because she have a place. Something went wrong. Could it be the man who was seeing the mother was having sex with the young girl? And when the mother gets to know, she flipped. And maybe by fighting and hit the daughter, she died. The woman went into rage of fear and decided to hide the body. Possibility. But that is not only the criteria I'm dealing with. Is the Indian government afraid of the opposition and their loud mouth and their ignorance? Tell me, is the law system have race? Because when David Granger, it's alleged, said too many young black boys are in prison, and when he becomes the president, it's alleged he pardoned a lot of prisoner men and women. I didn't hear nobody effing cry, put them back behind bars. Which tell me Guyana do not have a court system and don't have law. And Mr. Ali, as President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, you have shown your weakness when you did not stand up for what was right. And Mr. Barajaglia, as the Vice President, he is your voice. You might as well give up the presidency and make him the president because that is what I am looking at. President Barajaglia. You are the diplomat because you're a soft-hearted person. The Attorney General, the DPP, The opposition leaders, you all will realize that what you all have done there was wrong. That woman did not break the jail and escape. You all set her free. I don't care what it is. Once she was outside free, she should not go back in as a prisoner. It is double jeopardy. Can David Granger, Mr. Barrett Jackneo, Mr. Ali, Mr. Norton, Mr. Ramjatan and Agamutu, and the Attorney General and Miss DPP, a Muslim woman. If your daughter, granddaughter, your sister, your niece is pregnant, you prepare for the birth of the 9 months, but 6.5 months to 6 months or 7, premature. She had to deliver it. Will you all open your leg and push it back in? You effing hypocrites. I said it. Where is justice? Not only Israel, or in the Arabian Peninsula where they kill innocent people and rape Africans and Philippine and Indian and others and enslave them. Where is justice? Because politicians have created an environment in their country so the people have to leave to migrate to other places for better living, so they can mind their family. While some of you take a whole plane load of people to go to Qatar to look at men kicking ball and the people play with their balls. You hypocrites. And you're going to call upon Allah, Bhagwan, and Jesus. You think they want to come here? They're going to allow you all to destroy yourself first. But the whole Caribbean, the whole Latin and South America, even the United States, we blame Israel, for they are the one who arrived here in 1947. We blame them because what they are doing, invading the people, bulldozing their house, shooting bullets at them, locking them up, and then they talk about they are the chosen people. If they are doing the same thing that happened in Egypt with the great ancestor, and Moses had to lead them out of Egypt. Friends, and what amazed me, and I'm just asking a question, many Guyanese had migrated to Venezuela during the Burnham time, the apartheid system, Burnham. When he was ruling, he was calling on South Africa and talking about the apartheid system. I visited the South African embassy in Manhattan. And I told them exactly what happened. And when in the UN, they blast our representative about the apartheid in Guyana because black people were ruling Amerindian and other races in a country that don't belong to them. Especially when you're claiming emancipation and your great-grandparents were slaves. But you inherit everything and you turn back and do worse. In the time of civilization, while your ancestors suffer in the time of negative things in the past, not educated. But today, we are much more civilized and we are doing the same thing and worse. And if somebody speaks against our leader, we get them locked up or killed or beaten and burn their house. And we are talking about justice. Nobody in the Caribbean or Guyana or Latin and South America should tell Israel they're wrong, even though we know they're wrong. Come on. Jesus said it good. Before you take the dust out of your brother's eyes, take the lumber out of yours. But that doesn't mean to say that I'm agreeing with Israel. Guyanese have a saying, the pot is telling the kettle he bottom black, but the pot bottom black too. Friends, Guyanese, Indian and black, only the two of you others got to address. And the Portuguese don't say much. The Chinese don't get involved. And their story is clear. See no evil, hear none speak. Now with me, they already realize they're living in evil. So they don't have time for that. But I will tell you about the two of you. And I'm going to repeat it until you're all fed up. In Guyana, with the two major races, the great-grandchildren of slavery and the great-grandchildren of those who arrived. Let me tell you your trademark. You, the blacks, from 200-something thousand, 80 to 85,000 genuine, honorable people. God bless them. Whether they are Muslim, Hindu, Christian, they are honorable, not miserable. All the rest is racial and corrupt and confused because you're uneducated. You're waiting on handout. You listen to corrupt people and you beat and lie and kill for them. And the educated one, who are judge and magistrate, do the same bloody thing. Prosecutor, police. But let it be known to you, no crime shall go unpaid, because revenge does not go away. It lie low, only waiting on the moment. If you kill mine, so help me God and wait on time to kill yours, or I'm going to pass it down to my generation. And that is what's happening in Israel and Palestine, or in any country. And that war have to come to an end. It must be a two-state country. You cannot be the one who's accepted as refugee in the past after Adolf Hitler, and you're bulldozing people's house, killing them, grab them, beat them, and tell you what, you're going to meet away. You are not going to be able to take what is coming, so stop it for God's sake. I'm appealing to everybody around the world. There's good and bad amongst all nations, all race. In India, an Indian Hindu take a sledgehammer and hit a 13, 14-year girl in the head. Did the Indian Prime Minister arrest him, find out who was he, and hang him and his whole family, or beat them back with a sledgehammer in the head? No. But because she was a Muslim in India. And maybe in Pakistan they are doing the same thing to Hindu, because we didn't see that one yet. Burma, which is name changed now according to it, Myanmar or something like that. But Burma, they chased the Indian out, beating them, and burning them, and raping and killing them too. India didn't help none, and it's their own people. Friends, one thing I admire the black race for, they just come together quick to help one another in the time of need. While Indians, selfish, vindictive, covetous, spiteful, and very ungrateful, they don't even help their own. How would you help another? But again, you got a lot of decent, honorable one amongst you, but you all run them, beat them, humiliate them, and you run to the mosque, you run to the church, and you run to the mandir, and you sing to me, Amata Pita to me. And while the Muslim Allahu Akbar, when these debts are going to pay, I don't know. While the Christian calling upon Jesus as the Savior, but they themselves are the killer and calling on Jesus to clean the blood what they kill. Come on, friend. Enough is enough. I call upon the Guyana government to rethink the message and open up that jail and set that woman free, for she was free. Whether it's a negligence or not, she was free. If she had broken the jail, I would agree, shoot her, but she was free. It's time for you to use the law and set her free. And look into the case with a young Amerindian Bofiano boy, black and buck, indigenous. He can't speak good. He can't think good since he's a child. He got locked up for murder. Well, it's alleged murder an Indian taxi driver up in the highway with two Indians. They are free, but he's standing the penalty. Why? Why in the name of God? Is that justice? Moses Lancaster from Pakistan, Backstreet. Mr. President Ali, if you are a Muslim, believe in the teaching of Prophet Muhammad, peace be unto him, examine this case and release Moses Lancaster, and release that woman because David Granger, country information is alleged, he released a lot of black people from prison. Are the black race better than the Indian or others? So their crime can be weighed away, but an Indian crime must be there? Is that the country y'all want we to defend against Suriname, Venezuela, Brazil? To protect y'all corrupt people? Come on, man. That is why the saying goes, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And the friend of my enemy is my enemy. If you do good to me, I will have to do good to you. I am not a pure Indian. Indian do it. A lot of them will stand with you, this younger generation, those educated ones. But the uneducated one, like the young boy Ali, that stripped the Venezuelan couple, only get 200,000 Guyana dollar bail or something like that. This bastard need to be shot because he could spark a war between Venezuela and us, and they don't have to make a referendum, even though they are killing Guyanese over there, but thanks to Burnham. My friends, every country have criminals, thieves, whores, rum drinkers, gamblers, people who don't care about their future. And no matter what you accomplish, where are you putting it when you're dead? You're fighting for land, and you're going to leave it. Take Mohanlal of Craig on Canaan. He put a gate. You can't go in and come out. He should teach the Israelites how to build a good gate with protection if they had police like Guyana owned from Timeri to Providence. And Eve Leary right back to Berbice to Essequibo, crime and corruption in the law enforcement division. Imagine I pardon a woman on the East Coast from going to jail with Western Union, and she make the lock my son of a black magistrate. A black magistrate, if you have children, and you still there, may your womb smell so high that no cosmetics must keep the scent down. And may your children suffer for taking part in an act like that, using the law of the land. But again, and with Mr. Ramjatan and Nagamutu, may God have mercy upon you all of your family. For I'm a man, I don't play. Okay? The time is coming when this world must speak with one voice. Open up the door to the Venezuelans, the Brazilians, and all others from Africa to India. Open up the door and let the world, let the land of the country have a population to develop. No man live forever, and none of us own land. How long we live, whatever spot we claim is ours, is only temporary. So I'm calling upon all you God-fearing people to unite and let me go together and do it. And every Guyanese family, a man, a woman, and child, deserve a piece of land to build a house and money to build it. The government got the Cooperative Republic Bank. You could give every Guyanese family $50,000 US, and just to keep them busy and to have somebody check on the place of the land and the house. Because they will pay rent. They could have paid half of that amount for the loan if you give them as a loan, with no strings attached. Party policy. Come on. Every Guyanese deserves land to build a house. And every land that people rob somebody, all those cases shall be reopened. And if it's proven that you were wrong to the people who you take it from, they must dig a deep hole for you and your family, shelf it off and put you underneath it. Don't take your life. Just build it nice like a basement and shelf it and put you down there. Give you food, light, water, and cover the top. You get the land, you get it underneath. You're mischievous, wicked, treacherous, corrupt, and you're bloody thief. All right? And any surveyor that gets paid to do a man's job, take bribe, to deny the man who hired him to do his job, that surveyor must be hanged because you are the architect of problem. Think of it. That is why we have so many spikes, so many killings, so many wrong things are happening. What did Jesus say? Do unto others as you would like them do unto you. Which means if you kick me, I'm going to kick your ass back. And if you hurt mine, it's only time you want that to get hurt too. And you Indian women, the uneducated, when you marry into a family, you don't go there to take away what you meet and divide the family. 90% of y'all just do it. Like my sister-in-law, Indra Sigobin, who said, my brother must F your own mother. The same Koli woman who brings into the family. Think. I would have been here today. A black woman named Gloria Savor. I was about 60 feet away from her when she said that I had a shovel in my hand or a spade. I would have beat her could you ask this fella. For a person pick you up from the street, put you with a family, that's how you think about them, you Indian. Be careful with the way you speak. You hear? And another thing I would advise you, never do business with people who are not educated. People who don't understand the meaning of a deal. If somebody give you a property and they give it to you, but they want $10,000 and your brothers are with you, but the property value $2 million, but they give it to you because they like you for $10,000, and you said to your brothers, I don't have $10,000. Help me to get this land, and they give you the name on it because you think of love to develop. They believe the $10,000 buy the whole property, even though you pay for everything and that tax. Such brothers need to put by the city fence and cut out the head because they wicked, treacherous, corrupt, and thieving. Okay? I believe in thieving people, hanging people, shoot them down who are robbing people's land in Guyana. And let my black brothers know and sisters, there are better black people amongst you than the Indian race, but there are good Indian people too. In the days of uncle and auntie, the 50s and early 60s, until the help of America, the Highlander arrived from St. Lucia and others that started killing in Mackenzie, Wismar, and elsewhere. And you, the black people, was only looting, which I don't blame you because you want to amplify and preach. You risk your life. But the modern generation who are into marriage, Indian marry black, black marry Indian, or whatever, you deserve an award for crossing the racial barrier and to show them we are all human beings was created by the hands of Bhagwan, Allah, or God. Whether you believe in Jesus, Muslim call him Isa. Whether you believe in Moses, Muslim call him Musa. And if you believe in the teaching of the Bible, Jesus says, you have to go for the comforter. Muslims say Muhammad is a comforter. But I want to know if God did not send any other messenger after Muhammad till now. You know why? I think he sent it, but we are killing them. The late Walter Rodney was a messenger. Waddle maybe was a messenger. I don't know much of Waddle. I know about Rodney because I used to stand at the corner when he was speaking at times. My friend, I call upon you all to be united. Your enemy is the politician and the corrupt priest. All right? And also remember, Indian people are not racial people, but they are very revengeful, economically, spiteful, very dreadful when it comes to decision making. They will get back to you, it's only a matter of time. They like the Jewish people. They are not racist, but they will give you what you've done to them 1,000,000 to 1 by using your own. Let's get down to this argument for argument's sake. If Venezuela referendum pass on the 2nd or 3rd, and they decide to send in the troops to take away the Essequibo, who you think will have to go there? You, the black men and women in the uniform, police and army. You have to go, because you are the one who are the military and the police force, 99% in Burnham time. And now I got a little change of graphic. But will you put the Amerindian to fight for his own country when it's ruled by the two of you? I think you'll be looking for suicide. Could you, Mr. Ali, President, Mr. Nandalal, and DPP, could you all go to him and kick Muhammad out? And take it over because y'all read the Quran and keep fast? Tell me, y'all have no shame? Y'all have children? Grandchildren? Do you know what will become of them down the road? Revenge is a quiet and simple thing. It don't have to happen immediately. It might take years, but guaranteeing you, you shall be revenged for the crime you committed against innocent people. I have been to 87 major countries. I've seen it in many countries. So you, the black man, stop talking racism and talk humanity and work together to take care of your family for the future. Because you condemn the European about slavery, but you're enjoying everything. What did the black race of Africa do, or the Indians, if the white man didn't bring you all out and didn't pioneer himself into your country or India, and you all drove them out from China? And today, we are all hustling to come where they are, to enjoy what they do. I had a friend told me, when I talk, look what you all do to the Amerindian in Guyana. He said, what the Americans do to the Indians of this country. And this man happens to be a friend of mine, a policeman. I didn't expect that from him. That means my neighbor be kicking somebody. So if I kick them, I'm right? No, I'm wrong. So where are all the priests, the imam, and the pandit? Come together. We need a national front government in Guyana, where an Amerindian man or woman will be the leader of their country, followed by the mixed race, followed by the others, and no race will challenge no one but install coolie government. Install government. Or you go hear the Indians say, "I am black man government." No, it will be a government that governs Guyana by all the people, for the people, under a national front government. No one will be above the law. The Constitution, which is the institution, must change. What go for Tom must go for Jerry. If cutting out your hand, if you thief, we got to start with the president right now. If you thief. The lawmakers, if you thief. Because the law of the land must be the law of the land. I don't think Allah, Bhagwan, or God would have a different law for the prophets or the angels. God, they're wrong. They're going to judge by it too. I am only asking questions. But I want you to know, we must speak with one voice and condemn criminality any part of the world. We can't shake hands and condemn Israel, but we ourselves are doing it to others. We cannot condemn the Gaza people or the people who Israel say attacked them. How do we know that those was not children of the parents whose house was bulldozed and who witnessed the death of their parents? But we will never know. We will hear the name called, and you blow hospital. You blow in school. What they've done to you? My friends, it is more than that. I feel now you're chasing them out from the south of Gaza to the north, because maybe somebody wants to build a powerful another channel so ships could come through from one side to the other, like the Suez Canal or the Panama Canal. But we, the modern generation in this civilized time, has called upon our president and government, any part of the world, to stop the war in any country, stop the killing for religion, stop the killing they call you black or white, brown or yellow. Stop it. It's not right for we killing each other for an ideology. We must defend one another, but we can talk without killing. Come on. Why a man needs a gun? To protect himself from those who will attack him. But why does the president, the prime minister, and all the ministers got bodyguards with machine gun and gun guarding them? They have something to hide? I don't even think they give the guards something to eat when they got a loud party. Friends, let me unite in Guyana and make and show the world we concern about humanity and open up to the door of Guyana, open the door of Guyana to the less fortunate. Let's talk to the UN and all the people who are running around, bring them to Guyana and save humanity and give God world a chance. With this, I want to tell you, I hope you enjoy it. And if you're my enemy, I forgive you. But I want you to know every man deserves justice on earth. Okay? And not to thief and rob from people. With this, I will leave it with a good message. May Allah, Bhagwan and God be with all of you. And let's unite and save this planet and give our love and respect to the less fortunate. Thank you, and I am your host, George Karai. Thank you.